the right, and Chris Stockton makes his fourth field goal of the game. Seconds left.
Hello, my name is Lawerence Livingston. I'm the founder and CEO of the Seven Rule Quarterback School, a division of Seven Rule Incorporated. I'm a valued-centered college football coach who wants to serve our youth from elementary to high school and to use a great game of football as a vehicle to college and beyond. We service our youth through in-person training, internet training, recruiting camps, and combines. We hope you are a part of the Seven Rule Quarterback School.
Woodson coming around the corner, passing away, and it is caught. Marvelous catch by Sean McWashington. Tommy Hendricks put it on the 14, making the first down. Here they come with reversing the ball, and Sean Tibbs into the corner. Touchdown!
Hello, I'm Coach Lawerence Livingston. Welcome to Deadline. I'm here with my guest, Poochie Hill.
Well, first of all, I would like to say to everybody, this is Coach LL, Lawerence Livingston. He has several titles from the FBC, Texas A&M. He's an Aggie. He's coached at my former university, Albany State University, which is in SEAC, Division II. And he's still coaching clinics around the country now as we speak. LL, I want to get into your book. He has a book that's called The Seven Rules, 7 Life-Affirming Principles for Success in Football, Business, and Life. Take a good shot at this here. What I want you all to understand is that the book is not that large, but it does not have to go necessarily by the pages as much as the content that is in it. It's 57 pages, 53 pages to be exact.
That's right.
And I want to basically talk about how did you get into football, being that you were Weaver State alumnus.
Okay.
I'd like to know, why did you pick up football in the first place?
Okay. Football, I love all sports. Football, basketball, baseball. I played all three when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. But football, with my body size and type, football was my ticket to college. So even though I was pretty good at basketball and pretty good at baseball, my full ride scholarship to Weber State came on a football scholarship.
Well, according to the book, it says you was a pretty good baseball player. You took that anger out on that ball.
Absolutely. I had a great stick. And if I had a little bit stronger arm, who knows, it could have been a whole different career.
Okay.
And to this day, I still have a great love and affinity for baseball as I do football and basketball.
Who was your team?
The Los Angeles Dodgers.
Okay. I'm a Mets man, but I'll go with the Dodgers before I go with the Yankees.
There you go.
Oh,
there you go.
Goodness.
And that was a great National League Championship Series last year between the Mets and the Dodgers, and then we did take care of those Yankees for you last year.
This is my show, and it's not. Oh, I'm sorry, it's your show, and I'm really not happy the way he stirred that up on me about how my Mets lost, because we had great hopes. Okay, let's get past it there too. Why did you pick the number 7 for the rules? Why did you pick the number 7?
Absolutely. 7 is the number of completeness in the Bible, so I've always loved the number 7. But when I first developed the rules, it just seemed like 7 was a perfect number. And so we continued to develop the rules, taught it to our players, and there's something about the number 7 that everybody remembers because it's the number of completeness.
It's biblical.
Yes.
Now, 40 years of anything, they used to give you a car, to give you a watch or something. It had to be a passion.
Yes, it was a passion. It was, when I first got into coaching, I wasn't even thinking about coaching. I was thinking about doing something else. I was actually a theater arts major when I first went to college. I was going to be the next Sidney Poitier or Denzel Washington. But then to finish school, I had to do some student coaching. And once I started that, God told me, this is what I want you to do for the rest of your life.
Well, you said theater, so now I'm thinking of Godfrey Chambers and those guys.
Yes.
And, but I want to say to you that 2 championships at the highest level, what was the feeling?
It was an outstanding feeling. It's always a great feeling to win a championship, but especially when you're not the team that they picked to win the championship, but yet you go and do that anyways. When we were at Washington State with Ryan Leaf as our quarterback, we were picked, I think, 9th or 10th in the Pac-10. The highest they had us picked was 8th in the conference. And we won the Pac-10, went to the Rose Bowl, played Charles Woodson and Michigan, and we finished 8th, but we finished 8th in the country, not just 8th in the Pac-10.
I'm going to ask this question because you've gone from Pop Warner all the way high school, college to the highest heights. What's the difference in the athletes, besides for size?
Their size is the number one difference. But I also think at every level, there is a passion about it. At every level, you make where you are the big time. Okay. When you're at the big time, there's thousands of people in the stands. You're on national television, and that's fantastic. But even at Division II, Division III, we made that the big time. And for those kids, the passion is exactly the same as it would be for the ones we watch on television every week.
Let's get into a little percentage aspect. What would you say the percentile is from 50, as my mother would say, people are going to make their living in underwear?
So ask the question again.
Out of 50%, regardless of their ethnicity and religion, how many are going to really make a living in underwear, as my mother would say? I'm going back. In underwear. That would be jockey shorts, football pants, or whatever.
Understood. Every young man I've ever coached, their goal was to go to the National Football League. And we never took that goal away from them because I did have 28 players go to the National Football League. But I always made sure they understood that only 2% of all those that play major college football get that opportunity to go on and play professional football. And then I always stress that even if you're one of the 2% and you make it and you get to the National Football League, there's going to come a time, whether it's at the average career is about 2.5 years in the professional level. Even if you're the Peyton Mannings of this world, after 16, 17 years, you're going to have to retire. And when you retire, you're 20-something or 30-something, and you have the rest of your life to live with. So we always stress, we're going to help you be the very best football player you can be, and if that's good enough to get to the pros, you will. But we're also teaching you for life when you have to stop playing the game.
Okay. Football is still passing, running, tackling. Is it any more? Kicking.
Yep.
Explain to your audience how that pertains to life.
Very good. I've had this question a lot because people say, how does football relate to life? First of all, it's the greatest team sport out there. So
why do you say that, LL?
The greatest team sport because it's 11 moving parts that have to work together as one. And so basketball, you got 5 that's got to work as one. But football, baseball, you have 9 that's got to work. But football, you have 11. And we have an old saying, we're one of 11. I have to do my job. You have to trust that I'm going to do my job. I have to trust that you're going to do your job. And if all 11 do their job, then it's a thing of beauty that you get to see the success. So it's the greatest team sport ever. And being able to work with other people, other backgrounds, ethnicities, the whole thing, that is a big piece of what life is all about. But even all the hard work, because People think football, the game is fun, but preparing for the game and the preparation, that's a lot of work.
Mental too.
Mental, yes. And so to be able to put that into it so that you get to the good part, that's a big part of it as well. And football is an inexact science. We have everything drawn up and everything diagrammed, but it never always happens the way you had it planned. The game plan adapts, changes, moves, just like life.
Almost like chemistry.
Almost like chemistry.
If you put the wrong thing together, something blows up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I got a good question for you.
Okay.
Who and why is Dr. Benjamin Livingston so important to you, besides for being your father?
Absolutely. My father, Dr. L. Benjamin Livingston, was my role model growing up. And I know when I was young, I used to look and say, there's so many things that I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do that. But then as I got older, I started to realize, hey, I'm just like my father. But he was so important in so many ways. Number one, the type of father that he was and the type of support that he gave his family and how he brought us up, that was huge. Number two, he was a proud member of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. He served in every chapter office, district office, and eventually became the Grand Basileia of the whole fraternity. So basically, my brother and I, we grew up in Omega Psi Phi, and we saw successful black men, doctors, lawyers, you name it, teachers, educators, successful black men dedicated to a cause, dedicated to something more than just themselves. And that was a big part of why I wanted to be a part of the fraternity, why my brother wanted to be a part of the fraternity. And so all of those things, that's all straight from Dr. L. Benjamin Livingston.
Well, Dr. L. Benjamin, I'm going to his son now. How does that carry over from the Pan-African Helic and Divine 7,
Divine 9.
Divine 9, I'm sorry, Divine 9 to football in your life now, of why you give back?
Exactly. Well, it's all about service. You know, one of our cardinal principles is to uplift. We believe in uplifting the community. That's actually rule number 7. You know, like I tell the young men, hey, you follow these 6 rules, you will be successful. And they always come back with, but coach, it's 7. What's in rule number 7? I said 7 has nothing to do with you. It has you giving it back to someone else. And once you follow the 6, now make sure you go give it back to someone else. And that's the main reason why I coach. That's the main reason why I do what I do today. Now, instead of working with the college kids like I did in the past, I work with a lot of high school kids, even youth, 10, 11, 12 years old, still giving back and investing in their lives. And then when they are successful, I expect them to do rule number 7 and give back to someone as well.
So the proverb is very true of where much has been given, even more is required.
Amen.
Now, after that, I'm going to do it in the opposite order.
Okay.
Why was your younger brother considered to be in the aspect of Moses, Mr. Harvey Livingston?
Gotcha. Well, first of all, I'm the youngest.
Oh, you are?
So I am the youngest.
Okay.
So Harvey was my older brother.
Don't speak of the oldest. Don't speak of the oldest.
I'm not going to speak of the oldest yet. I'm starting with Harvey. Harvey was a mentor to me both on and off the field.
Really?
Yes.
That's the middle boy.
Middle one. And so he and I actually got to play football together.
Really?
For 1 year in high school. It was his senior year, my sophomore year, and I made varsity that year. So he was the starting left tackle. I was the starting right.